This is Grant Butler in the Food Day Test Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to perfectly caramelize onions, which is really easy to do if you're patient. It can take up to an hour, but when it comes to caramelizing onions, low and slow is the way to go. To get started, I've got 2 pounds of yellow onions that I've chopped into little crescents, and that looks like a lot of onions, but don't worry, it's going to cook down to about half of this volume when it's all done. I've got my cast iron skillet over medium heat, and I'm going to add all of these onions to the skillet without any oil in there. You want to add them while they're dry. And once you've got all the onions in the pan, give them a generous pinch of salt, which will help draw out the moisture, and then put a cover on them. In this case, I'm improvising with a metal bowl. Now the trick is to not fuss with the onions too much. I tend to be a hands-on type of cook, so the temptation for me is going to be to take off this cover and move them around a lot. But you don't want to do that with caramelized onions. You want to allow them to sweat under this medium heat to release their moisture, and then you can stir them every 5 minutes or so for about 15 minutes. Oh, they're starting to develop a little bit of color. It's been about 15 minutes, so it's time to check on our onions. Oh, look, they've developed some nice color. And they're still releasing a little steam, but I think it's time for us to add our oil to the pan. You want to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil to the pan, and this will help the onions brown further and add some richness to them. And from here out, we're going to work these onions uncovered. And it can take, depending on how caramelized you want them, it can take between 5 to 30 minutes more. Oh, they're smelling so sweet now, and they're starting to turn this really beautiful dark brown. I think I wanted to get them just a little bit more brown. I think these are perfect. These onions can be used in side sandwiches. Grilled sandwiches would be particularly good. You can also put them on pizza, toss them with pasta. Use your creativity. Caramelized onions, it's hard to go wrong with them. They're so delicious. For the Oregonian, this is Grant Butler.